grind it up a bit. To obviously sand this up and paint her all up, but I need a spring for it. There's no spring for it. And it looks like this has been broken off, and looks like somebody welded a new one on there and tried to grind a little groove for the spring, but not much of a groove. We'll have to fix that up. But what I wanted to do was just put that there and see what size spring. So I'll have to order one up, figure something out for that. I still got the sprocket and the cover to clean up. The cover is broken, and you can see right there that stub is broken, but it holds all right, so I'll clean that up. Gear shifter's got to go on. Foot pegs, still not sure what I'm doing with foot pegs. And I got a few other things to do. Chain, adjust the chain, then I can tighten up the rear. Then I gotta sand that exhaust up, paint it, put it on. Kickstarter, the new fuel tank, all the bolts and everything in brackets have to go on it, and then the seat, gotta put the new seat cover on the seat. And then should be pretty much ready to go. I gotta put oil in the engine and try and start her up. Cross your fingers. I filed up the little spring knob there, made it a little bit better so the spring will sit on there. Just gotta sand this thing up and paint it. I got a spring for it. Okay, there's the painted kickstand drying in front of the heater. Still got to put the friggin' heater on. End of May, it's still cold. That's the spring that I picked up for it. I had measured the wrong size before, but this one fits nicely. Works better. I wasn't sure where to put it. I thought the spring went there, but it actually goes behind the kickstand mount. There's this little nub right there. I shined up the bolt, coated it. So once everything's dry, I put the kickstand on. Next up is going to be the cleaning, sanding, and painting of the pipes. Get the pipes put in. And then I think I can finish with all the plastics. Some stickers for the tank. Hopefully those will stay on. I don't know if it's just the black or if that's part of it. I think it's just the black. So if it's just the letter outlines, that should stay on. Then I got to clean up the shifter, the starter, front sprocket, chain protector, chain. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with foot pegs. These aren't the original ones. These are off a KLR. They're a little tiny bit crooked when they go on. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, or whether I'll be putting the originals back on again or not. And I got the filter to put in. Just give her a quick sand and a clean up and a paint job, and that'll be it. I was gonna do it with the flat black, but I think I'm gonna do it with the gloss. Just make it a little stand out a little bit more. I don't know. Flat black would be the same as the engine, but I'm gonna go with some high heat engine paint for glossy. The glossy effect. Yeah, this is the insert of the muffler. It's interesting design. Screw here, that goes in, bolt here. Take that screw out. This comes out. It's just hollow except for the holes in the back. So it goes in, creates compression, and it's like a little torpedo. So there's no packing on this thing whatsoever. So I just got to clean it up and put it back together. Probably get a little brush. And that's the outer, that's the muffler part. It's called a spark arrestor, I guess. The way it has to go, sparks won't make it. Well, that goes in there. It's screwed in there. And that goes on. Cap gets pushed on. Interesting design. I have to shine these bands up on the wheel, I think. Yeah. That's what I'll be doing. Get some of the chunks off. I'll run them on the wheel. I have to clean up all the nuts and bolts on this thing anyways. On the pipes. Clean them up and spray them. And the bands and the rubber. Okay, weird place to hang it, but it's outside in the sun, so maybe it'll paint my truck a little better. Pipe is painted. Muffler. Got a coat of paint on it. I'll put one more coat on that one. And like I said, I got parts to clean up. I got to clean up those pieces. Got some springs and nuts and bolts, and got some rubber bushings and the bands to clean up. So tighten it up a bit. Okay, there's the pieces cleaned up and put a clear coat on them. Okay, see if I can get this pipe in here if I remember. Something like that. Yeah, as I suspected, there's holes in the fin here, and that would be where the springs go into. If I can get it hooked into one. There's all kinds of holes. There's 3 holes on this fin, 3 holes on this fin, 3 holes on that fin. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this off camera. Yeah, that was a little easier to stick my head in the way. You wouldn't have been able to see it anyways. Come on, baby. Okay, there's the springs. You'll also notice that I got the kickstand on, so for the first time in a year and a half, this thing's been able to sit on the kickstand, which is nice. And I can roll it around. That's gonna go on that far? Huh. Alright. I can actually read the chain size, 520. Just getting the a little bit of corrosion off of it and dirt. Got a little bit of a hook to it. Probably needs a new one eventually, but right now it's okay. So these wheels do a pretty good job. I like them. They're a little expensive, but that's okay. Not bad. So if you want to go overboard like I have, I don't know why, but these prime wheels are good stuff. Cleans them up nicely. Yeah, I cleaned up the front sprocket protector, shifter, and the starter, painted them up. Still have to decide if I'm putting those foot pegs on or doing the old ones. Got the tank to set up, chain to clean. Still got to figure out how to hold that on to the front tire. I'm working on the gas valve for the tank. Clean it up a bit. Change that hose out for some better hose. That's the next job.